Red 2 standing by, all for lit and in the green. Welcome back to Metroid Prime. We've done plenty. In the last episode, my terrible shooting with the super missile gave me a lot of trouble against Thardus, and my commentary devolved into oh crap, let's panic. But we have made it through there. We've made it to the Magmore workstation and claimed a new energy tank. We're looking pretty good. And we're making our way through the area and finding a new scan. This is the Puddle Spore, sentient floating lava mollusk protected by an impenetrable shell. A Puddle Spore opens when approached, attempting to intimidate with its size. When opened, direct fire to its mantle causes it to flip into a defensive position. If it can slam shut, it ejects a spread of harmful energy globules. Like that. So watch out for the flamethrowers. And we've got a burrower or two to deal with. Would you mind jumping up? Good, more missiles. More puddle spores as well. Now the Geothermal Core right up the top of here. We will need certain new equipment to get the prize in here. It's a particularly useful item. But we aren't going to be able to do anything about it just yet. We of course need the ice beam, but we can make our way through pretty smoothly. And let's see. Our buddy Magmore there. Now, excuse me, man, that... Do you quite mind? I want to scan some rocks. Yes, I thought it was. This hanging rock structure appears to have a weak spot near its base. Some stalactites can be dislodged from ceilings, allowing them to be used as platforms to cross otherwise unreachable areas. Now, once this guy's finished breathing on us, we can be mean like that. Good thing I did get that as a scan. But yeah, if you know what you're doing, you can drop that stalactite on the Magmore and shut it up. A little mean, but there we go. Actually, might keep the wave beam online. Because our shots will of course track the puffers. So, fairly handy. We don't get to penetrate walls, but we do get some pretty useful effects along the way. And the missiles are coming back. Magmores don't seem too troubled by electrical impulses. Oh, nice. We got a puffer with the missile shot. Very good, very good. Oh, and another one went down when it fell. 3 for the price of 1, basically. So, we'll need to navigate this to access a brand new area. Or at least a brand new part of an area. We can sneak under here. And... is that going to get it? Yep, we can be incredibly mean to the local wildlife. Now, observe. The thermal visor is almost overloaded by the sheer heat coming from the Magmore caverns. It's really well done and it makes sense. Boost through here. And this area, the Twin Fires Tunnel, that area was Twin Fires, looks like it's taking us back to the Talon overworld. So if we move through here, we can travel along the magnetic rail path. The funky new design for the morph ball is pretty neat as well. We can also just drop off here and stick the landing. And we're heading back to Talon 4 at long last. Talon Overworld. Do it every time. So we will have a few new things to find along the way. Don't think there are many more pickups on Talon Overworld. I got it right that time. But you'll notice that the music has changed, which I actually find a little bit annoying. I like the original theme a lot better. But it is what it is. Now, see those thermal spots on the ground? Beetles will pop out of those. Lovely little touches like that. Things like that. All those little bits of attention to detail. That's what makes this game so great. It is really, really well done. Like all the little touches like the steam and mist coming off Samus's visor when you walk through like one of those little jets of fumes in the Magmore caverns. The fact that sometimes you can see Samus's eyes reflected in her visor. Things like that. There is so much detail in this game. Retro Studios basically did wind up making a masterpiece with this. It's just so detailed, so creative, so beautifully done. Let's get our power beam out because that'll be a bit more effective against the blood flower. Did a sapsack drop energy? Yes, it did. So, our destination for the next item is the Chozo Ruins. Head on down here and let's get going. Now, there's something we can actually divert to get if you want to. It's not necessary, but it might come in handy. We will have to go back to where we got the morph ball though, because we can actually navigate to that area if we're careful. We'll need the spider ball, but it's sort of out of the way and not quite vital. That said, if you want to go for 100% completion, I advise doing it. So let's keep on our merry way. Turned quickly enough, credit to you. Now, if we aim up here, I think we do need to get higher up so that we can jump to that, but we do get ourselves a missile expansion in there. We'll run off and get that. No beetles popping up there. Bit of a surprise. Our lone war wasp is still humming around. But we're coming back far better kitted out. Take a shot. Since I detest dealing with these things. There we are. Got it from range. Now, if I'm careful... Oh. Right. We can get the missile expansion that way. We do need the super missile to blast that open. We can't do anything about that missile expansion up there without the grapple beam though. Now, we need to go up this side of the room. Whoops, we need to go up this side and use the spider ball path. Use our fancy magnetic powers. Do we have more scarabs to deal with through here? Might as well boost through just to be on the safe side. Nope, no scarabs. Now we will have to come back to this area. This is the Tower of Light. We do actually have to revisit this area with the gravity suit. But we can scale this tower. What we need to do is destroy these blocks. We're gonna need lots of missiles. So, gradually part of the tower collapses. Fortunately, it doesn't fall on us. You'll note there's a little gadget up there. Now, we have to make sure we don't hit the Oculus. Patience, again, is the watchword. Why didn't that count? Wait, and... it's homing in on the Oculus. So, the missiles seem to have some sort of auto-homing capacity. Or I'm just a bad shot, which is always a possibility. Nothing on this one. And nothing on this one. Same thing happens again up here. That explosion was a puffer, which gave me health. If I'm very careful, we should be able to get this done and dusted really quickly. That was a better shot than I thought. This is a very slow and steady process, and it's pretty much optional. There is absolutely no reason, unless you're going for 100%, to do this. We do get some fairly cool graphics in the background. That shouldn't have counted. That was too low. There's one. There's two, and this should be the last one we need. Where are the puffers? Ah. Whoa! Those are new, those are new. I need to scan those. Plated puffer. Mutated puffer with reinforced epidermis. Phased on exposure has created a mutant strain of puffers on Talon 4. They have developed plated skin, making them harder to burst. Concussive weapons can still do the job, however. The gas within the plated puffer is just as deadly as that within their cousins. Energy. I don't need energy, I need missiles. Now. Whoa! Ah! Welcome back to Getting Over It with Samus Aran. Right, so, alright, yes, tell us about the climate anomalies and things like that. Right, where do I go from here? Is there a platform I can get to? Where is... Wait, no! Please stop ramming into my back. It's not fun. Right, where the hell is my next platform? I'm right underneath it. I was bumping my head on the platform and I fell off. Right, this is the Wavebuster. So, we hold A to charge, then press Y to fire, hold A for continuous fire. This constantly drains missiles. It costs 10 missiles to initiate, and we'll wind up using 5 missiles for every second it's active. Note that we can't do anything through here, which is where our little door is. We can't jump that high. We need the gravity suit, and we need a lot of missiles. So the Wavebuster is not really that useful, but for one element. It's very, very good at latching on to enemies. It will automatically target the weak spot, which makes it really, really good against agile foes like the cloaked drone we will be fighting much later on in the game. It has its uses, let's be honest, but it's a little less practical because of its missile draining tendencies compared to the good old super missile. The super missile will take out your enemies very quickly for the cost of only 5 missiles. And those missiles are pretty easily regathered. Let's be honest about that. Speaking of missiles, I'm finally getting some back. Good God. Falling off the tower like that hurts a lot. And we have to deal with war wasps again. But we're looking to go to the dynamo area. If I'm quick, I can get past these guys. Probably should stop and gun them down so I can get more missiles. We'll continue on a little bit longer because of the fact that I can't jump very well. Whoa. We'll also have to go around to where we got the charge beam as well and get the pickup in there. That'll be pretty handy. We can also do something in here. Right. So those plasmites can be killed by the jet of water from the fountain, as we just saw. Move along here with the spider ball. And there we go. And that puts us where we need to go. So we do want to head off to the gathering hall. Is that the save room? I don't think I went into the save room. So we can go around there to the watery hall and the dynamo, but we mostly want to go through to the furnace. There was a plasmite dying in the background there. Alright, nearly topped up with missiles. Thank heavens for those swarm enemies. They're basically like the ones that come out of air holes. Yep, this is where we need to go. Stuck on things again. Alright. Oh yeah, Shriek Bat's there. And we can sneak in here. And let's head up to the top of this area. Except let's not land on the blast caps. So there will be a few pickups we can gather along the way. Is there one survivor? There is one survivor. Right, so I fell off again. I always seem to think I can make it. It's kind of the same problem that I have with Mario games. I always expect Mario's jumping to be a hell of a lot better than it winds up seeming to be. But we can stick that there. We can go up here. And we avoided... We avoided the Shriek Bats for now, and that's all it took. We just needed to bomb our way in. If we're very careful. We sneak past the Shriek Bat's radar. And there we are. Take care of them. There's an area we can sneak through a pathway in one of these rooms using the, I think it's the X-ray visor. But we don't need to worry about that just yet because we do get ourselves an X-ray visor later on. Let's leave the ions alone for a change and cut through here. Wait, I'm actually going the right way. Tell you what, I'll meet you back at the energy core once I've got the pickup we can find in the dynamo. Don't you just hate it when you actually go the right way when you're trying to explore? One more item to go. Can I please? It's amazing. When I'm actually trying to fall through a gap, I can't do it. Now, pay attention. Remember how their scan visor entry mentioned that Shriek Bats have very high internal temperatures? The thermal visor will prove that perfectly. Rightio, so if we move through here, the water can't hurt us, but it's still not good to travel through it because we don't have everything we need to do so. We will need the gravity suit, but that's kind of off limits for now. Land safely, actually much like Sandshrew. Sandshrew is stated to be able to save itself if it falls from a great height by rolling into a ball and bouncing. Now we can grab what's up here, avoiding the plasmite. Another missile expansion, so that's where we'll wrap things up for now, and I'll see you back at the energy core in the next episode. Thank you very much for joining me. Until next time, this is Red 2, returning to base.